to Thursday nights. What is this? Where am I? The Masterclass. That's where we are. Welcome to Thursday night's Masterclass. I had a brain fart there for a second. Tonight we'll be looking at questions from the growth members. If you're watching on YouTube, hello. And if you're watching on the Freedom Club, hello as well. Don't forget to jump on in and ask any questions that you have. Give me a second. Let me get myself situated here so I can see comments. All right. Now, if you do want to watch this over at YouTube, here is the link. And let me get this over to everyone at the Freedom Club. If you can't get in or chat, here is the YouTube. Okay. Oh, only a few questions tonight. This could be a short one. Excellent. Excellent. Hey, Jennifer, welcome to the stream. I just realized how tired I am. My brain stopped working. Billy, hello, welcome. All right. Let me share my screen. Let me answer these questions, and then any questions you guys have, you can let me know, and we can go to them second. First of all, Lola Pupola. What a cool name, hey? As if you have a name like Lola Papul, whatever, however you say that, if that's your name, wouldn't you want to start a store called Lola Papula? That sounds like a brand in the making. Anyway, I digress. Can we please provide some feedback pointers on the website? Wanting to get this sorted before you launch your ads. By all means, I would love to. Okay, it's looking really nice. These are too wordy. You got the right idea. We're just gonna say more with less. So what you can do is go into ChatGPT, and you can say, just take this, copy paste, go into ChatGPT and say the same thing with less words. That may help there. Your details here. Place to color, cotton plush, size 120. Cool. Good product images. Premium sofa bed. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Your website is okay. Up here, 10 out of 10. Looks great. Fantastic. It's just with this kind of product, it can be tricky. I'm not saying this won't work for you. It can be tricky to sell this type of products without a bit more like high-res images showcasing this in action, with maybe a moving GIF of the dogs jumping in there and like snuggling in. Like, you have an opportunity here. People love dogs. They want to see dogs getting snuggly. Give the people what they want. So I think you have a solid base here. I do like your usage of fonts. I love your usage of bolding the text bits. You've got a pretty good ratio of image to text. We definitely, though, we need some more images and some GIFs. Okay? So get that done before you launch your ads. So we want to, again, I'll just recap. We want to make this smaller, make this smaller, make this smaller. I'm going to go and add more images down here, and we've got your reviews there. We do need some image reviews, and we need some trust element here, like some kind of, what do you call it? Like a refund seal. So for me, my refund seal is down the bottom. Right here. I'll guarantee. Now, I'm surprised actually, because I thought I had a refund seal. It must be on my homepage. I should probably put the seal on all my pages. It used to be there. There it is. That bad boy used to be on all my pages. I'll probably put it back. I didn't realize it was off. I must have hit the hide button on the theme. So yeah, we do want a nice big seal of approval down the bottom. It just adds a bit of trust. So go for it. All right, Rhonda. Clear Tuesdays. All right. Give me a second. We'll jump on in. Give me a second, guys. Almost there. Clear Tuesdays. All right. Nate, hello. You're about to start a store. Would I mind helping you out with finding a product? Ah, my friend, Nate, you should have been in the stream before this one. So every Tuesday, every Thursday, I do 2 streams. Stream number 1 is product research, and stream number 2 is Masterclass, where we go deep into ads and conversion optimization. If you want to have a look at my product database, I'll be happy to share this with you. We've got months worth of product databases here. So jump on in, choose a product, and off you go. If you want to follow a course for how to do this, you can join the Freedom Club here for free. Come on in, and we'll show you step by step how to do it. And Elisa over in the Freedom Club, yes, I will look at your website shortly. All right, clear Tuesdays. All right, 6 purchases. Let's just take a look at the difference we've had this week. Oh, we're coming down a bit. Rhonda, are you on the call? Oh, Diane, I didn't see you there. Welcome. Diane, I hope that your sales have gone better. I hope your conversion rate's gone up since we fixed your email problem. I don't think we have Rhonda here. Oh, it's a shame. Because you're doing better, Rhonda. This is much better result. Oh, look, the CTR on your account. You're here, awesome. It's getting higher. Oh, look at these. They look beautiful. Okay, so we've got 3 ad sets here. So I don't think we're quite where I mentioned to be on Tuesday. Because you're still kind of testing these out, right? $25 a purchase on C41. You kept them all running? Okay. Keep them all running. But we need to you haven't had add to carts though. You haven't had much. Okay. It's not I mean, it's great when you have them. It's not necessarily a deal breaker when you don't. Let's take a look. Oops, what am I doing? Cart. Add to carts. Total. And then we'll check your checkouts. Ah, dude, that's fine. So you spent $170, right? How many clicks we got? How many clicks to the store? Link clicks, 52 link clicks. Okay. Wait a second, Rhonda. Wait a second. 52 link clicks. 5 add to carts. 5 checkouts and 5 purchases and 3 purchases. Dude, do you realize what this is? That's a 10% add to cart rate. That's a 10% initiate checkout rate. And that's I don't know, like 3 to 4% conversion rate. Dude, we're getting there. I hope you've been looking at your next product, but this isn't ready to set sail just yet. You're on the verge here for this one. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be scalable. I don't know, but you should definitely be able to make a profit out of this. What we probably want to do is, let's have a look at C40, by the way. Just let me highlight these so I can see them. C40. Oh, C40. Not so good for C40. Not as good. I think what I want to say is we need more of these ads. We need so many more. I'm glad you've started. I'm glad you started your next one. Basically, do you guys want me to show you what I've been doing this week? I think it will help. I think it might help. Let me show you what I've been doing and how little I think about this. Okay. So you guys know, I've had like, I don't recommend that you just jump in and you start paying contractors to do stuff for you. I don't recommend that at all. I recommend you try and create your own ads to start with, so that you can understand the work that's involved. ATN, I'll answer that in a second. So that you can understand the work that's involved, and so that you can then know if you're getting screwed when you do hire someone to help you do the job. So you should know all the basics. You should know how to do everything in your store. You should know how to make an ad. You should know how to do it. You got to know how to do it so that you don't want to do it. Does that make sense? So when I go about when I go about my day, so many things I know how to do that I don't do because I take too much time, it take too much energy, and there's better people out there who can do it better, but I understand how to do it. I just choose not to, right? So before I show you this, ATN, what you should be looking for, your cost per click. Make sure it's cost per link click. We want to be heading, depending on the niche, this is in the beauty niche, so you can expect cost per clicks to be a bit high in the beauty niche. But what we try to aim for is a $2 or lower cost per click. Now, cost per click is determined by a couple of things. One of the key factors in your cost per click is your CPM. This means cost per mile. It means how much you pay in dollars for 1,000 views of your ads. Now, this number here, it depends on the niche you're in. It also depends on the quality of your ads, and it depends on the quality of your landing page. If people go to your landing page and too many of them immediately close it down, Facebook will give you a penalty for that. If you have a pop-up that pops up and people hate it and they just leave, you get penalized. And you get penalized by Facebook charging you more to have your ad shown to 1,000 people. Now, if you want this to go down, you want to create ads that get people talking and get people sharing. And when that happens, Facebook rewards you with a cheaper cost per mile. And the cost per mile multiplied, and I know I'm a bit of maths here, but cost per mile multiplied by your click-through rate is how we determine your cost per click. Now, your click-through rate is only ever improved by making better ads. So the better your ads, the better we're going to utilize your CPM. But the better your website and the better engagement you get on your ads, the better CPM you get. So if you've got some type of ad that's encouraging people to share their results or let people know what they think or comment below on your favorite color, well, you're going to get lots of comments, and Facebook's going to reward you with a cheaper CPM. On my Homecraftology website, a lot of people are coming in, they're saying this is the best website to buy your diamond painting kits. I love these guys are great. Hey Mel, I love your story. Hey Chris, I love your story too. So our CPMs are like 20 to 30 bucks, I think. Don't quote me on that, just in case the number is different. Nate, I earned a sub. Oh, cheers, mate. So you'll get to see my account in just a second. I'll show you how I go about doing this. And this will help not just you, Rhonda, but probably everybody on the call. So that's how that bit works. And that's what we're trying to achieve here. Now, as for what I do. So this is a link to, I hope, the right link. Okay, yeah. So my image guy, Dimas is his name. I've given you guys his link many times before. I've made him probably the busiest man on Upwork so far. When Dimas started working for me, he was just one guy, and I taught him how to make great ads like these because I just needed a guy who could make great basic ads and learn not how to sell, because I can do the selling. I taught him how to, like, what I needed, what kind of things to put in and the kind of formats that we did. So I now get him to make all the ads just here in Canva, because ads don't need to be complicated. Ads need to be simple. They need to have a purpose to show one of a few different things. Either the benefits of your product that you get from using it, or the reason to specifically buy from you and not some other website, or the actual product itself. Again, this is another benefit. So here's where I'm not going to show you all of the stuff that he's done, but up until here, 30. This was the last image he did for me probably 2 or 3 months back, and I've been running my images ever since. And I said to him the other day, it was just last Thursday, last Friday, I'm like, hey, Dimas, I need some more ads made. Now, do you guys remember the sheet that I shared with you last time? I'll just see if this was it. You guys remember this sheet that I shared with you all? Well, I have one of these for home craftology. And I fill this out, and I basically use ChatGPT to figure out who my target audiences are, what dream outcomes they have, what objections they might have, what hooks that I can use. And I come up with a whole bunch of hooks. And I do this with ChatGPT. It helps me so much to do this quickly. And what I do is I say to Dimas, dude, here is 5 new hooks. I don't care what they are. I really couldn't give a rat's hoot. If I've got them in my list, they're good enough to test. I don't overthink this. I don't go, oh, should I test this one or this one? No. If I pop them in my list, if they sound pretty good, I send them off to Dimas and I say, Dimas, go and make me 5 ads with each hook. So this is one of the hooks I came up with. If you can hold a pen, you can diamond paint. Another hook. Oh, that's the same hook. You see how we got different images here, different products with in a different format with the same hook. Oh, sorry, yeah, the same hook. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a stress relief hook. It costs less than a night out. I don't know if these are going to work yet. I don't care. I just want to test new stuff. I do care. I want them to work. But if they don't work, I don't get upset. I just switch them off. This is another one. Even 10 minutes a day feels like a mental reset. We've got no talent needed, just stick and sparkle. That's a big one because a lot of people might think these are really hard to do. They're not. 10 minutes a day feels like a mental reset. Oh, and here's a trust one. 150k orders, thousands of 5-star reviews, one trusted brand. All right, so Dimas went and created for me so many of these ads. They're all completely unique and they're ready to go. Jennifer, I will share this with you. You can make a copy of this. And if you want to figure out how to use this sheet, go and watch Tuesday's Masterclass. And I'll even share this with you guys over on YouTube because I'm a generous person, honestly. Just so you know, I will be releasing I'll be releasing a much better version of this in the future. Billy, are the basic ads the best? You got some for Bilal, but you were underwhelmed. You haven't tested them yet, but the ads you've made for yourself look nicer, in my opinion. Hey, go with your gut. Now, Bilal is a different case, right? I use Bilal, just for those of you who don't know Bilal, he's our in-house video guy at the Freedom Club. And in my view, he makes great GIFs for the websites. I use his website GIFs a lot. He makes great initial videos, and he makes pretty good initial ads. But I only ever use him to launch initially, just to get enough content, just to stagger into the launch phase. From there, I don't see the benefit in using Bilal past that because he's a bit expensive. And while his initial videos and his initial images are bloody good, I need to dig in and I need to understand my audience, and I need to go and I need to use words that they use. I need to make my copy work for my audience. And yes, I do agree, basic works best. But it's not just basic, it's clean. I see some of the ads that you guys show me, and it's basic, but some of the ads you guys show me, it isn't clean. This is clean. Beautiful backgrounds that grab your attention off the social news feed. Nice fonts, thick fonts that are easy to read, good layouts. This is something that I'm terrible at doing. So I went out and found a guy that can be part of my team and do it for me. All right, that's step one. Let me show you how we use these. Now this I can probably tell is going to confuse some of you, maybe piss some of you off. I can't help. I can't help how you're going to feel about this, but it's counteracting some of the things that you've learned in the Freedom Club course. And it's not to say that stuff in the Freedom Club course is wrong. It's not wrong at all. If I was launching my very first business, I'd follow everything in the Freedom Club course to a T, to launch with. Everything in that thing is great for launch. What I'm talking about here is not launch. What I'm talking about here is scaling techniques. And this is a technique that used to work a long time ago. And I stopped doing it because I was told to stop doing it by Facebook. But recently I've been informed by some friends who've been doing really, really well that, hey, this technique actually works really, really well. So we'll take my acquisition campaign for this particular business. And let me just break this down. So these are all new ad sets that were created just yesterday. So I've just launched these. These are fresh. They're still learning. I have my main ad set here, which was my original scaling campaign for Homecraftology, and this has been running for months. And this has all of my best ads from my ads guy. In fact, a lot of them have been turned off over time that didn't perform very well. They've been turned off as my best performers are now here, and we're getting pretty good results here. You know, we're getting on average somewhere between $20 and $40 a sale. You should share a copy of the Canva doc so you can use the templates. Maybe Dimas wouldn't like that. For one, no, I won't. I'm sorry, Billy. I'm sorry. My generosity will only go so far. I do not want you guys taking my templates. These are templates I have purchased for Homecraftology, and the last thing I need is 50 of you going out there looking exactly like me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Dimas can come up with your own templates for you. You can go find him. I've shared his details in the chat quite a few times. And in fact, I won't do it right now just because I'm busy explaining, but if you want, you can reach out to Jimmy, and Jimmy's got Dimas's link that he's happy to share with you too. If you do want to go down and actually hire Dimas to make your own brand, make it yours. Don't copy pastels off Homecraftology, because this works for my people. You might be selling something completely different, and you might want to have completely different backgrounds and completely different models here, and different fonts. So whatever you do, don't copy the look and feel. Just know that you're going for clean and simple. All right, back to the ads. So this was my original scaling campaign that over time I've whittled it down and I've turned off the ads that don't perform very well. And then I was at this point where my cost per purchase was slowly rising, and I just felt these ads have been in rotation a long time. You can have a look at the frequency here, and you can see some of these have been shown 2 to 2.5 times on average. And that's getting up there, and that's just over the past 30 days. So I was starting to get the feeling, okay, it's time for new ads. Now, I didn't want to disturb this ad set. It could be doing better, but it's not doing bad. It's beyond breaking even. 2.23 ROAS. It's quite good. But if I put ads in there, it's not going to be that good. Now, when we look at today, so what I've done here is for each of the ads that Dimas has made for me, I have split them up into $50 ad sets that are targeting those specific hooks. For example, this ad set here is targeting, once it loads, this is the addiction hook. Now, a lot of these ads, they're different, but they're similar. So I like that. I like them being different and similar. So by making a whole bunch of different ad sets within this Advantage Plus shopping campaign, now I'm testing hooks with different ads. And you can see here, these are not too bad. In fact, some of these are looking very, very promising. Some of them here, like mental release, it's not looking as good. Maybe it'll pick up tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably spend another $50 on some of these ones that haven't had sales just to see, because when I scroll over, we are getting add to carts. We are getting checkouts for most of these. So it will be surprising to me what works and what doesn't work. I'll turn off the ones that don't work. And you know what we do with the ones that do work? Well, we double down and we say, you know what, Dimas? Sanity in a box, 150K orders, no talent. Well, no talent doesn't look good, but stress release, look at that. Look at that ROAS. Ridiculous. I say to him, you know what? We're going to do another 10 stress released ads. Go for it. I don't care what they look like. Just go find my best products on my website and go give me 10 stress release ads. Let the market decide what works so that I don't get too upset when things work or don't work. You got to take the emotion out of this and just let the market tell you what works. Now, if you guys sit here and you think too long about what image to make or what ad to make, it's not going to work out for you, because you're just going to be sitting there just going over the same thing over and over and over again. You can see by me sort of letting go of that, telling him what I want, not micromanaging him, not trying to say, you know what, just move that left, move that right. No. Just throw it out there and test. When you have solid data that tells you the hooks and the actual image types that are working really well, then you can go out and you can hone in on that, which is where I'm at right now with Homecraft. We know the style of ad that works. Now we're honing in on the hooks, and we're honing in on all the different things, all the different features of the ads, and it's working really, really well. So I'm expecting by the end of tomorrow, I will have turned off some of these hooks that aren't working and probably put their budgets onto the hooks that are working. That's how we're scaling this bad boy out. Now, the next thing that I've suggested to Dimas is, and this is something we're going to be working on next. Once I have, say, an ad that's working really well, I'm going to tell him, this specific ad has done really, really well. What I want you to do now is go away and animate it into a 5-second video. And I've seen this happen. Brands are starting to do this now. They're taking their static ads and they're just adding some motion, the elements are coming in as animations, and it's giving them a whole bunch of videos that are easy to make, that they know work really well as images, and now it's moving on the screen, getting even more interaction. So that's where I'm going next. So Rhonda, going back to what you need to do. Where's my ad account? Does this make sense, Rhonda? I hope this gives you a kind of, are these AI people? Yeah, Dimas is really good at AI. You know, these are not real people. He's very, very good. I kind of, what I did to get him to this level, like, I can't take it away from him. He's very skilled. I did my best to show him what I wanted with an AI actor holding my products, and he went away and he perfected it. That's all I can say. The dude's a genius. He just needed someone to show him what to do. So, Rhonda, way more ads from you. Using the things that you know work, and then creating some of these ad sets here. And you can see inside here, they're based on hook. They're not based on yes, right now these are static images, but when I have a hook, like a video for this hook, it's going straight in here. So all of my ad sets are broken up into hooks. You gonna work on the new one? Fantastic. Good choice. Good choice. All right. Tracy. Wellness brand. Toddler product, a few sales. You've pivoted to a wellness-focused brand, felt more scalable. Saw a migraine relief cap in my spreadsheet. You've used it yourself. You thought it would be a great fit. You've launched your ads using similar creative and copy that you saw from Therasuth. And the results seem promising. Great CPM. Great. Look at that. Okay. You noticed Meta had flagged the landing page. You realized it was due to medical claims. You've since back and rewritten everything, removed the reference to pain relief, migraine relief. Performance has dropped. CPM is now huge. Okay. Tracy, are you on the call, Tracy? I don't think you needed to go as far as you've gone to make your website meta compliant, but it looks to me your CPM's gone from $12 to $78. I think you're being what's the word? I think you're being targeted by Facebook here. You're on the call. Can you show me a link to your website? Let's go take a look and see if I got your ads here. Well Nest. Don't worry about the link. I'm probably about to get it. All right, you've got Calm Cap. Okay. I think you've gone too far. Because we need to be able to say what it is. Just look at these images. Are they? You probably can't see on the stream, but I don't know. Some of them have some funny, like, they look. Oh no, maybe it's just my screen. I think they're fine. Okay. All right. You've gone too far into taking away what this is for. You might not be able to. You can't say things like gets rid of migraines, but you can say soothing support for people who suffer with migraines. 360 wraparound coverage, one size fits all, hot and cold therapy in one wrap. All right, let's have a look at your ads. Last 30 days, $25 a day, last try. All right. 4%. How do you know what you can and can't say with medical? You can use ChatGPT to try and figure that out. It can be pretty good at telling you what you can and can't say. Before ChatGPT, you just had to read the Facebook terms and conditions. And you just had to know that you can't make medical claims, but you can talk about medical problems. So you wouldn't say like migraine relief, but you would say, you could say, you know, ease migraine pain. Or I don't know exactly. I have to stop and think about it when I'm in copywriting mode. But you did. They told you to do all this, and it was pretty extreme. Yeah, you got to take it with a grain of salt too at times, and looking at what your competitors are doing and trying to figure out if that's something that you need to worry about. It's a tough question. Because there's plenty of people getting. Can you show me what Facebook sent you? Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at this. So CTR all. So this isn't the CTR we care about. Performance and clicks. This is the CTR we care about. Link click through rate and cost per click of $1.50. We got 4 ads. Two of them do quite well. How much have you spent? Oh, you've only spent $100. No, you've only spent $50. It's not enough. There's not enough data. Right now, in the last 30 days, you haven't spent anywhere near enough money to have anywhere near enough data to determine if this is working or not. What I can say, if we look at the last week, your click-through rates are fine for these two. The first one can just be turned off. Second one's not too bad. Cost per click is not too bad. $13 a purchase. I'm confused. I don't see really high CPMs. These CPMs are okay. They're okay. Is this the right account? Home Wellness AU. Is that the right one? I don't think this is yours. I might be the wrong account here. You're not selling a frozen shoulder thing, are you? No, that's not the right account. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. Well, if that was your account for Home Wellness AU, come on, do better. you can spend more. Your account looks good. It's time to scale a little bit. Wellnest. I don't have my Wellnest. All right. Wellnest. I'm just going through my inbox. Give me a second. I'll see if I got your invite. I don't even have an invite. So I'll give you my email address. If you have sent an invite to me, delete the invite. And please send the invite to that email address. And then I can jump in. Yeah, that's your account. So what Meta is saying to you is, if you want to send me an invite, you've got to verify your phone number. So you do that from your end. It's not hard. It's not a big deal. Not in any trouble or anything. It wants to verify who you are and that you own and have enough rights in this business to invite me. That's all that's saying. And then I don't get the invite until you've completed the verification. It's usually just they send you an email and you got to put in a code. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is move to the next question. And once you've sent that invite, let me know and I'll jump back in. Pradeep, you can't join the live. Please review your ads manager. A fresh pause. All right, fresh pause. I have fresh pause. It's right here. You have 2 Advantage Plus campaigns running. One is ads only. No. We don't do that. We don't split our campaigns up by one ads and videos. That's not what I tell you to do, Pradeep. You're live. So everything I said before is definitely something you can take note of, yeah? Okay, you had 1 Advantage Plus for the same ads, but most of the spend was given to C2, which wasn't profitable. Yeah, so you need to be careful. If I look in, we'll look at your ads in a second, right? If I'm in my main campaign here, and I sort by, what do I want to sort by? Cost, spend. Sort by spend. You can see here this A23, which is basically me talking on the camera. This one here, it spends the most amount of money, and sometimes it spends so much that it's not profitable. And I have other ad sets too, where I'll have one ad that will spend so much but is not profitable. When you look at the click rate, it'll have a really good click rate. And the cost per click will be nice and low, probably lower than everything else. It's usually the ad that people like the most. Now think about this. Somebody clicks that ad and goes to your website and doesn't make the purchase. Maybe they're going to make it later on in the day. Maybe they're just waiting for that one more ad to push them into that buyer's mode to give you the trust and the urgency. And they're like, yeah, I want that in my dog's life because you're selling dog products. And the next ad they see or click on, that's the one that got them to make the sale. And then that ad gets the purchase down here. Like A1, $16 purchase. Phenomenal. A19, with a ROAS of 3.5 and $15 purchases. But do you think if I turned off my main source of traffic, because it's much, much higher in the purchase price, if I turn this off, will these other ads below perform well or not? That's the question you got to ask. And most times when you do this, most times when you choose to turn the ad off, that's getting all the clicks and none of the sales, usually the whole performance of the ad set dips, right? That's usually what happens. Sometimes not. Sometimes you turn it off And sometimes Facebook will give all the spend to another ad and it will do really well. But these are decisions that you're going to have to look at and go, you know what, yesterday I turned that ad off, and try to write down in a diary. Try to write down the date and what you did. I've got a system in place for all of the, like, because in my agency, I manage 26 or probably 30 by now clients' ad accounts. Not before, but after I make any change, I've got a system where I go into their little spreadsheet. I write down exactly what I did and why, so that tomorrow when I come in and go, what the hell was I thinking? I can look at what I did, which explains why I made those decisions, and backtrack if I made the wrong decision, which is common because you can't ever know how to make your ad account better if you don't try a few things that make it worse. So you've gone and turned off your ad that was getting all the clicks, performance was worse, turn it back on and see if the performance improves. And if the performance does improve, you take your best ad and you make different variations of it. So what I could do, knowing that this is my best ad and knowing that this ad is 51 seconds, I could go and cut this down to a 20-second version. I could include some elements of this and put in other elements and see if I can get an ad that's just as engaging, but also maybe has some trust elements that helps get the sale. All right, so let me look inside your ad account now. Last 30 days. Okay, $40 purchases, that isn't bad. $40 purchases is pretty good. We've got bird trimmer and we've got image ads. Well, again, we don't ever want to split our images in our videos. All of them should go into the same ad set. So down here, fur testing, right? Your testing ones. Okay, we've got C9, C7, and C1 as your best performers. Cool. So you've only got 2 ads active. Dude, the answer is really simple. Why do we turn these off? $30 purchase. Let me just see it last week. Why'd you turn C4 off? $30 per purchase. That's laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, what you need, my friend, is way more ads. Meta tells us in the training that I've got, it doesn't matter. That's every campaign is its own machine. Every campaign is a conversion machine, and it works independently of. Oh, dude, sorry. I accidentally, my hand touched my mic. So sorry, guys. Where was I? What did I just get up to? Where was I? Okay. I think I was talking about Meta, the campaign. So campaign is a conductor, and its job is to manage the ad sets. And inside the ad sets, you have all of your ads. So we can't have 2 different campaigns running, breaking up the different images and videos. It just breaks. Okay, we want to make sure that one campaign for one product, so every product should have its own campaign. I mean, in my case, diamond painting kits are a product, so they get one campaign. If I was to go and start selling paint by numbers kits, that would have a separate campaign. So one campaign per product, and inside each campaign, at least one ad set. You can throw all of your ads into one ad set. That's perfectly fine. In the meta training that they give you, when you're an agency, you get access to a bunch of meta training that other people don't get access to. In the training that I did, the official meta documentation for their ads said to get better results, your campaign should have as many ads as possible inside the campaign. All sorts of ads. You can have image ads, video ads, square ads, long images. You can have the product catalog ads. You can have dynamic ads. As many as you can possibly fit. 50 ads per ad set will have much, much, much better performance than 5 ads per ad set. So you need to go away and get as many images as possible, because these all look, to be completely honest, which you can expect from me, bland. More bland. More bland and a lot of text. I ain't reading that text. Do you know anybody on social media doom scrolling at 11 p.m. who has the patience to sit here and read that text? And the colors look like a beige pillow. Look like I've walked into a 1970s house where they've smoked for 30 years and their walls used to be white. The text on those are too small. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, Rhonda, you can separate your ad sets when you're testing, but this is beyond testing. This is an Advantage Plus shopping campaign. This isn't testing anymore. This is popping them all in to start scaling. Billy, but when you spend dollars, if we have more than 50 ads going, no, you won't spend more than your budget. It just gives Facebook a lot more things to show people. That is just the best for big business? No, it's not, Billy. It's not. I don't have big business. Like, you might consider my business big, but my business is tiny compared to, say, the budget of Kmart or any brick and mortar store. This isn't about spending big dollars. I only spend $200 to $300 a day at the moment for my acquisition. Because when I raise my budgets too much higher at the moment, my cost per purchase goes too high. So I keep my budgets at the point where my cost per purchase is profitable for me. Diane, your Advantage Plus campaign is set up in a single ad sets? Yeah, single ad sets are fine. Look for Homecraft. Remember Homecraftology? I only just created all of these yesterday. Okay? And remember, the reason why I created all of these was because I didn't want to throw all my new ads into my winning ad set. This winning ad set, I've had this running for over 12 months. And this had initially all of these ads in them, like so many ads here that I've slowly turned off over time because they weren't performing. And then just yesterday, it was like, I need to test some new stuff. Let's break this up into a hook. Let's test which hooks work. So we're going back into test mode. When I found out which hooks work best, I'll be creating another scaling ad set. But the thing is, these are all inside one campaign. So one campaign's controlling it. This guy is sitting here and he's going, okay, send that ad from this ad set to that person. He hasn't seen it before. Send this one over here. They haven't seen that one before. And they kind of liked when we talked about insanity. So we'll send that one. Send this one over here to that person. They definitely in the past have liked ads that were talking about trust elements and how many people have voted from us, so they can see that ad. Mental release. Okay, there's a crazy person over there. We'll do mental release to him. So he's in here. He's conducting all of my ad sets. And these ad sets, these are conducting which version of my ads to show to the right person at the right time. And if you don't have the right ad for the right person at the right time, Meta just does its best and you don't get good results. Sorry for getting a little bit fired up there, but this is how Meta works and it excites me. So you got an ad here. I would be going getting some UGC done as well, maybe, and seeing if you can get another couple of video ads that work really well. But my friend, you need way, and all of you, this should be my catchphrase for this bloody stream. You need more ads. And look, they're too texty. There's too much text here. No one's going to read that. Tracy, when I have time, that invite. Okay, let me have a look. All right. Yeah, stop getting me fired up, guys. Kumar, Pradeep, should you test new ads and then get everything into the first campaign? What I think, honestly, I mean, testing ads is important, but for you, you need, look, did I give you, go talk to Jimmy and get Dimas's contact details. And he's really cheap. Get him to make you 20 ads. Give him everything you've created so far. Give him all the ads you've created. Tell him you need them to look clean and sharp, and give him all the selling points. Get him to go make them. Pop them all into this campaign. Like normally, I'd say go test, but there's nothing much here to lose for you. If you had a campaign that had been running for a long time, actually, it is active. So maybe, but you've only got 2 in there. If this was me, I wouldn't think too much about just popping all the ads into here, turning everything on, all the new ones, especially this one that worked, C4. Tell the image guy, this is the one that worked. Make this better. Like somehow make this cleaner for me. Now where's this ad account I need access to? Wellnest. Here we go. Give me a second. I don't normally do invitations on the stream because they take a few minutes. Okay. They're just thinking, hold on. I knew it. I'm just gonna verify my account real quick. Oh, Meta, where's my code? Here we go. Right, bloody hell. Don't have permissions for the ad account. Give me a second. Let me give myself permissions. It's a cool track, by the way. Give me a second. Add this to my playlist. Okay, permissions. Bloody hell. Authenticator app. Okay, me give access to that account. Verify my account again. So for those of you wondering why I don't often do this on the stream, this is why I don't do this on the stream. If you want to sit here and watch a middle-aged man get frustrated, okay, verify my business email. There we go. Oh. Okay, we should be good to go. All right, Tracy, let's take a look. Why were you doing this? Oh no. Oh no, Tracy. Tracy. I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to feel bad about this. You're not the first person that I've seen this happen to, and you certainly will not be the last. And you only wasted $60. I had one student come and show me this problem. I'll explain it in a second. They'd literally spent $1,000 on this exact problem. The problem that you have, your first testing campaign, you've asked for website view content, which means you've asked Facebook to show your ad to people who are likely to click your link only. You haven't asked Facebook for add to carts or purchases or anything. You just said to Facebook, find me people who will view my website. And the reason you made this mistake, it's a very simple mistake. Some people do it. You've said to Facebook, okay, sales, that's a good thing. You got sales as the objective, cool. Now there's one more bit that we missed, probably here. Yes. In the ad sets, you've said, I want to maximize conversions, but you've said the conversion that you want to maximize is view content. But the conversion you want to actually maximize is purchases. And that's why in this first campaign, you got really excited because you were getting a very low CPM, because these people who like to click links and not make purchases, these people who are really, really, really cheap to advertise to. Yes, Billy. So Billy, she got excited because she was getting click-through rates like these, and she was thinking she had a winner here. And very cheap cost per clicks and a very, very cheap CPM, and she thought she had a winner here, but then she turned it off because, well, for whatever reason, it wasn't converting. Well, we know why it wasn't converting, but she turned it off, and now we have this one here running, and it's vastly different. The conversion, the click-through rate is terrible. Well, not terrible, but it's not good, but it's not terrible, but it can be improved. And the cost per click is very, very high, but also the CPM is very high. Now this, believe it or not, $80 CPM. That's not the highest CPM I've ever had, and it's not the highest CPM I've ever seen. When I started Lush Living, the CPM I had was like $110. So, what have we got here? We've got this one's not working very well, and this one's not working very well. But we have self-care and wellness, so they seem to be okay. With 1.5 and 1.37, not fantastic. Stress-free living, okay. Okay, let's take a look at your actual ads. We've only got 2 ads that we're testing, right? Just C1 and C2. It's not really enough. When I'm launching a product, I want to make sure that I have a good, at least 5 to 7 different ads just for launching. Just for launching. Now, Tracy, when you decided to run this ad, this product, can you tell me the competitors that you found? Show me your biggest competitor. Copy is actually really nice. But this isn't copy. TheraSoothe, cool, thanks. Thanks, Tracy. This isn't copy that's gonna get you conversions because you haven't solved a specific problem here. You'll have to show me the thing that Facebook said about your medical claims, because I've launched websites that had products that weren't medical products but certainly helped with certain conditions, and I've never had a complaint from Facebook about it. So if you can find a copy of that and maybe post it in the chat there, like take a screenshot of it, let me have a read, that would be good. I think we need to go back to how much would the CPMs drop? Well, good question. I'll finish my sentence over here. I think we need to go back to solving the problems for migraines and tension headaches. And while you won't say that this is not going to make your migraine go away, but this will help soothe the migraine. So ATN, how much did CPMs drop for Lush Living? They started at about 110. I worked on the website to keep people on the website for longer. And for Lush Living, the problem that I had wasn't that the website was bad. The website was fantastic. The problem that I had was my best ad was a little bit, how do I say this? It was a little bit clickbaity. It took me a little while to figure out why my CPM was so high, but it was not explaining the product enough, but it was getting people to click to see what the product was. And when they saw what it was and didn't like it and closed down, that increased my CPMs. So when I found my winning headline, I made it less clickbaity by making my ad much more descriptive about what it was that they're about to see. And then over about a week, that reduced my CPMs to around about the $75 to $60 mark. All right, let's look at TheraSoothe. And let's look at TheraSoothe's website. Nam, usually a new person when running ads on Facebook, selling on Shopify. How long does it take to make the first order? And how much does it cost, according to me? Or whenever I launch a store, I get my first order that day, maybe the day after. And how much does it cost? Anywhere from $50 to $100 to get the first order. So this is nice. A holistic approach to pain relief. That's nice. Cold compression, designed to relieve headaches and migraines in minutes. I don't see any problem with this. Quickly soothe and prevent migraines anywhere. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with their website. Soothe migraines. That's good language. Melt away hangovers. Soothe and prevent migraines. Look, you can take... You thought Meta were blocking your Shopify because the products went from accepted to rejected? Okay. That's a different thing. So your products went to accepted or rejected. Now, inside Meta, there are two types of products, ways to show your product. Number one is running an ad directly to your product page. Easy. Number two is having a catalog. And what Meta was saying was they rejected the products in your catalog. Now, that doesn't mean you can't sell them. That doesn't mean you need to redesign your whole website. What that was saying is the product description, wherever your product description is in Shopify, there were some things in that. And so in Meta, you've got let's see if I can find it. Hold on. One sec. Let me see if I can find it. All tools, and I want to go to, where do I want to go? Commerce Manager. All right. So in Meta, you got this thing called a Commerce Manager. And this is literally where it manages its own version of your Shopify catalog. Now I've got a lot, so I don't know which one is specifically for which store. Any of you guys who have me in your stores and you have your own bloody catalog, I have it in my catalogs too, so it gets tricky for me to figure out what's what. Inside my catalog, I have items. Now, I don't need these to be like you specifically don't need these to be approved. I use these in my catalog ads, and I'll show you them. Or maybe I won't. I can show you a catalog ad. Yeah, that's not including the variants, because some of this one's got 68 variants, and there's thousands of products. Let me show you my ads manager. So for most of you guys, you don't need Facebook to have your catalog. It can be nice. It's not 100% necessity. Okay. Bloody hell. That's the wrong account. Homecraft. There we go. Okay, so inside Homecraftology, I generally only do this for retargeting, and the reason why I only use this type of ad for retargeting is because I do find when I do this in the top of funnel, we get a lot of clicks, not many add to carts, and not many purchases for this type of ad. This is a carousel ad. So it's got a video there at the start, and then it's got all of my other products as a catalog ad. Really, really good for retargeting. Not so useful when you only have one product or two products or three products. This is more for stores where you've got, 5 to 10 products. The other thing that it does when you have your products approved by Facebook is it puts them at the bottom of your ads here. And it does that for all of your ads. That can be beneficial. It's not a showstopper if you can't do that. That can be beneficial. Now, how does Facebook approve these? It can't see everything on your website. It can only really see what you tell it. Now, I do have some products, as you can see here. Some of these have been rejected, and I don't sell products that Facebook can't have. Like, it's ridiculous that it would reject them, but it does. So we'll go and edit this product. Now, you don't have to edit this product here. You edit it on Shopify, and then a couple of hours later, Facebook will be updated. But I'll show you later. If my description of my product, see how it says a description here? If there's something in here, and this comes directly from your Shopify product description, if there's something in here, is that a spelling mistake? No. Thank God. If there's something in here that Facebook doesn't like, then your product will get rejected. And how to fix that is you go into Shopify, you find your product. Damn, there is a mistake there. And you edit the description of your product. Now, on your website, this one in particular, this one's not using a product description. It's using all of the features that you can put on a landing page through the theme editor. On your website too, you're not really using any product description. This is all edited in the theme, right? So it won't make much difference if you change the description of your product to not include any wellness claims. And then your products will be approved by Facebook. In the meantime, I want you to go back and make your website more like this in terms of copy, using similar copy to what they're using, because that's obviously working. And yeah, that's what I want you to do. Looking at your ads. Where are your ads again? So the second campaign that you set up, this top of funnel, it is working properly. We've got $103 spent with 1.2 click-through ratio. It's not enough. It's not enough. Billy, you think that's the description? She just makes the pictures really big. Well, if I go to Homecraftology, for example, and I show you one of my products. Actually, you know what? Let me show you inside Homecraft. All right, so online store. And let's look at my product. So I'm going to go edit my product. What do you call this? Theme? Template. Inside here, I'm not using my product description at all. This is all just coded into the theme itself. Nothing here is in the product description. And that allows me to write a specific product description for Facebook and for Google Marketplace, and then a specific layout for my own landing page here. So what's on your product page? If I wanted to pop in my product description, I could find that here. I could add it in. Product information. I think product description is here somewhere. I've just turned it off. It's somewhere here. I've literally just made it invisible. That's all. So that's what I would do. Fix your product description, make it invisible on your landing page, but make it visible so that Facebook can see it. And then come in here and take some inspiration for how these guys are selling theirs, because it's obviously fine to sell it this way. Now for your ads, let's go take a look. I think we need more. We need way more images and videos. It's just not enough. It's enough for me to say that these aren't really working particularly well.
PLD, your head's in chaos. Your eyes feel like they've had it.
Now, what I might like to do is come in here and look at Shop Therastooth, whatever their name is. Messy ice packs are cancelled. Get instant relief with a headache cap and comfy enough to sleep in. That is an ad. That is a good ad. So they got, let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They got 14 different video ads. 14.
Look at this.
You could go into all of these 14 ads, right? And you could write down the script that they're saying. You could give that script to Bilal and say, hey, Bilal, make me some ads with this script. Just change the script up. Make it, add in your own flavor. Add in your own jokes. Send them to Bilal and say, make me different versions of these, please. Send him some UGC videos that you pay for and go get from like UseClip. So you can go and actually send this to people in Australia at UseClip and go get some footage that you can use to remix using AI, using Bilal, using whoever. You can make, you know, more ads and then take inspiration from my image ads and add in 10, 20 different image ads. If you want to see if this is going to work, you've got to give it a fair shake. But 2 ads, it's not even close to a fair shake. 2 ads is, I don't even launch with less than 5 to 7 ads. And then after I make my first 5 to 7 ads and I launch, I make an ad the next day because I want to get to 10 to 15 ads, maybe even 20 ads as soon as possible. We're talking, when we talk about what it takes to scale a product, I think the numbers that I read were 1 out of 50 ads that you make will be good enough to scale on average. Now, if you only have 2 ads and you're only making a couple of ads every couple of months, you're never going to find that winning combination. But if you're making 5 to 10 ads, and if you're testing different hooks, if you're testing different text on your ads, like for me to find my winning formula on Facebook, I'd actually test different primary texts, a bunch of them. And I tested and tested and tested until I found the primary text that worked for me the best. And then I got to testing all the different angles. But we need to go do some more work. That's how it works. Yomo, let me find him. Just let him know that I sent you. And then let him know that Chris said that you should give him some free images. You don't need to tell him that bit. Actually, no, do tell him that bit. One second, I'm gonna go find him. Here he is. Give us his profile. Share. Copy link. There you go, my friend. Just make sure you tell him that Chris sent you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wait, I had a thing to look at up here. I was going to say that's the end of the stream, but we have one more. Anastasia Zen Clinic. Just do a quick review of your website, and you got some ads here you want me to take a look at. All right, we can do that. Acupressure. Let's do it. Ah, that looks like a good version of it. Nicely found. So there's 2 different versions of this. There's the cheap, nasty looking one, and then there's this one that looks a little bit better because it looks like different fiber. This one sells okay. The cheap, nasty one doesn't. Relieves hormone symptoms. Really? Didn't know that. I should tell my missus. She'd probably want to give it a bit of a test. Reduce stress and anxiety. Promotes better sleep. Okay. I personally look. I know. If you're asking me to review, you probably have just gone through the theme, just gone through the what do you call it, the course, and put this together. It's a good start. I personally like to have headings and then descriptions or whatever's going to be in there. That's my personal approach. Right? And I know this is like going way into the future for you. It's just if I pick a product here, I like to have, where am I looking here? Where am I going? So heading, thing, and then content. Heading, content. Heading, content. So we're trying to ease them into reading your content, because when you just have stuff, when you just have paragraphs, people don't tend to read. What you have written here is quite good. Ah, you want Bilal. You want the video guy. Yeah, I can send you the video guy. Bilal, where are you? Is that my guy? I think that's my guy there. Give me 1 second, I'm just grabbing his link. Where are you? I have too many contracts. Oh, there's a search button. Oh, he's not here. He's not on this one. Okay, he must be on my other one. He must be there. Here he is. Oh, that is him. Okay, cool. Okay, so share. Here is his link right here. Enjoy. Okay, so not bad. Very good image there. I like that. It's very word orientated. So we would prefer if you could find a GIF to use in here to break up this bit of text. But not bad, not bad. I think this definitely will get you sales. As for how to improve it, well, you've seen how I like to do my website. So I guess just keep going. No, I didn't get that link. 1 second. I lost the ad. Don't judge my tabs. That was a news article. Billie Eilish says he had relations with 1 million people. I had to look. Don't judge. Okay, let's have a look at this.
Struggling with stress, pain, or restless nights? Discover instant relief with our acupressure mat. Did you know your body's hormones play a crucial role in stress, mood, and sleep? Our acupressure mat naturally balances your system to reduce anxiety, improve mood swings, and promote deep relaxation. Simply lie down.
It's really good. One little bit of feedback. You see how your text is down the bottom? If you can get the text just about here, it helps make your text visible in more locations on Facebook, because Facebook does like to cover the bottom bit with something. So just move your text up. Other than that, really, really good start. Again, I want to see more ads. I want to see tons of ads. Good start though. So let me know how you go. Show me your stats on Tuesday, and I can give you some more tips on how to improve them. Jennifer, you've redone your landing page, making some image ads. Now, do I have suggestions for what templates best to use? The niche is relief, not pain relief. With this product, what's best? That's such a broad question. It'd be really difficult for me to say. My go-to is to find your competitors and look at what's working for them and just do better than them. It couldn't be any more simpler. So go find all the competitors, check them all out, look at their ads, take that as inspiration and make better ads than they have. That's all this takes. That's what this game is. Learning from them and doing better. They run videos. That's interesting too. So if you're in a niche and you see someone else running a ton of videos, that's usually a good indication to go and make really good images, because they might not know that images do better than videos. In my testing, good images always outperform good videos. But you still need good videos. You still need them in your campaigns. For Homecraft, the videos outperform the images, but people watch the video first and then they see the images. Now, if you can't find good examples, then you use my spreadsheet, and you use this to go away and find your target audiences, find their dream outcomes, find their likelihood of successes, you find their objections, you find the hooks, and then you take these hooks and you go and make images for each of these. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is remember, make every single ad that you have fix this or solve this formula. Dream outcome by likelihood of success divided by time times effort by cost. All you got to do is use your words to tell people what they're going to get, how easy it's going to be, and how much time and effort it's going to cost them. I'll share this with you. All right, guys, I think I got to wrap it up here tonight. I got to go pick up my son from his job. It's actually been a really fun stream tonight. So thank you everybody for participating, and thank you everyone for watching over on YouTube. If you've watched me this long, how about a like and a subscribe? And for Freedom Club members, I'll be back, or for anybody, I'll be back on Sunday for my usual product review stream, Sunday morning, bright and early. And I will speak to you all then. So go on and have a great rest of the week. See you guys.